ready to go. Let us begin the crazy adventures. The snap.
Hello everyone.
I was wrong. They weren't going to start with the character immediately. Trailer.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Not
The
even
development team and other
Avengers
staff have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast. So, it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time.
Oh, it
I
won't be
think
right away.
Many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?"
What do you mean? Didn't it pick him?
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even if you say, "That's not the character I was picturing," I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Or
We
Sakurai.
prepared a fighter reveal
The
video.
Smash community
Once it starts,
isn't
I think
that
you'll figure out who
toxic,
it is pretty
right?
quickly. Now, let's do this.
Four controllers. Oh! A Fire Emblem? Oh! What? Wait. Unconditionally everyone is grunting?
Has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Eagle Guard? I remember the scene. Dude, you're playing the wrong game.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void.
I remember the scene.
In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be.
And
Are
before
you prepared
Sothis.
to die?
Uh-oh.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet,
He just played this a month
there
ago.
is no other choice.
Petra?
You must join Smash.
Oh my gosh, he just said that. Big voice actors.
Join Smash Brothers already!
Oh.
What in the world are you waiting for?
Oh shit. What? I swear to God, Sakurai really loves Fire Emblem characters.
Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
Wait a minute. Alright. The jabs. Wait, what? Did he grab him and go back up to it? Oh, he got his ass whooped.
Turn, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there?
Ah!
And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Uh-oh. They're aware. The female character, let's go.
So that is how you plan to win the day?
Oops.
So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Wait, he used it. Wait, will they use other weapons? She's gonna use other weapons?
How is this?
Recruits brought what?
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
She's the equivalent of a monster hunter.
Superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power.
What the heck?
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught.
That's actually pretty cool.
The creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
That's what? Oh, from a Smash? Oh shit.
Your will and mine be now as one. To you, Both sides of time are revealed!
Oh.
Through Smash! Show the world!
Dude, we were all wrong, dude. I didn't expect this shit. Well, I guess some people thought it was 3 houses. But, jeez. That's actually... Look at him!
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire
going
Emblem
crazy.
Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
So a week from now.
And it will also be available for purchase individually.
A week and a half.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's
Dude,
really
Sakurai
hard to
loves that
pronounce
Fire
in
Emblem, dude.
Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
It's crazy. So
When we
he
talk
just
about
gave
tactical
her...
games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command
gave them
tanks,
all
aircraft,
the-
and so on. But Fire Emblem
all
was
the
unique
weapon
because
styles.
each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
So we finally got our Axe, Lance,
Something made it stand out from
Bowman,
other
all
Nintendo
of them put
titles.
together.
Characters could permanently die.
Yeah?
That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really,
Biggest
if a character
L?
fell in battle, you'd lose that
Biggest
unit.
L for
They'd
you.
be gone and you couldn't use them again.
I'm pretty glad with this pick. I
Recent
just...
entries in the series maintain
If
this
it was
concept
just a
that
normal
to some
swordsman,
degree in classic
I would
Pokemon
probably
Go.
be like, oh, okay.
But a lot of games now allow
But the fact that
strategic
he
withdrawals, so to speak.
he actually put time to put different weapon styles into it,
In the
like
older
a true
games,
Fire
your
Emblem
units would
character,
really be gone.
It's
Never
actually
to be
pretty good.
mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
behind the seats.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in
17th.
particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many?
Yeah?
Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、
Dude, he loves the games. He's remembering all the things out of his
永
head.
遠の奇跡、暁の女神、新暗黒竜新紋章、覚醒
Can you really count Shadow Dragon?
風化雪月
There you go, 17.
Oh! And we found out
今変な
why the
So you
stance
saw
like
how I
that.
was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
つまりこれが全部
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2.
He's giving us codes.
1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 7.
We wouldn't figure it out. We had a better chance figuring out my top 7 league characters.
実はこれ
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
それで
And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
畳の数を数えるのにも
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life.
People who played the game,
well, you end up fighting the other houses.
and actually really enjoyed it. Or
After
like
a certain incident,
like
5
this
years
character.
pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
no, you should. Don't listen to that.
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Problem, man.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Hello,
Therefore,
past
some of what I'm
Sakurai.
about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Dude, she can grab people in the air and go up. Heck,
So, this is
got
our
the
new
3
fighter,
houses stage, the school. You hit them against the shop.
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them.
Better
Those
than
are not their
Robin's.
strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The
Swordsman
hero's
that hit
relic
from
they
far.
use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that.
How do you shoot the arrow? Just B
First,
or
let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip.
okay.
They
Probably a
also
combo
use the
starter.
sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Oh, it picks them up from the floor too.
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead.
The launch though.
The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this.
Oh my god!
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Oh my god! He did it again!
like this.
And it's a feather!
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage,
Dude.
and you'll need to be careful.
Joey
You
Fon
may
is
find
Zero
yourself
Suit character,
getting a
dude.
dodge.
You're literally Zero Suit Brawl, but now
I've
you
already
get to
shown
pick
this,
people up
but you
and
can also
fling them
use
up.
it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special.
Well, I hope
Now,
you're ready
the
for
sideways inputs. This is Air
questionable
Guard,
recovery.
the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Don't edge guard him because he'll grab you.
First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
The lance disjointed. Looks
If
pretty
Byleth
far
does
too.
the same thing, you'd win out, so
Oh
you should
my
be able to beat it.
god, it goes farther.
Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
So hits smash.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
So its side attacks and its forward air, back air
And
is
if you've
his
knocked an
lance.
opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Oh,
The shaft part is weaker,
now you got tip.
so it's not suited to close combat.
Fight you?
It won't deal
The
much
character's not
damage
gonna come
and
out in a
won't
week
launch
and a half from
far.
now, dude.
That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward,
Ouch.
or downward in this case. Next, the side special move.
By side
Byleth
B,
will
is
simply swing the lance like this.
that a
But
launcher?
again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
What? Okay, platforms. So it's not a launcher, but more sort of like
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
you can do the what?
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning
They don't
to the
go
side
pretty
air attacks from earlier,
far,
they
I
have
think.
great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
Okay.
Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a
What?
weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth.
I thought that was it.
First, the down air attack.
Okay.
It really is strong.
Is it spike?
You can try
Oh
for
my
meteor
god,
with
it
this attack.
spikes.
Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a
Hatchet
bold
man,
move,
dude.
similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Oh, you get super armor with it too?
which allows you to withstand an attack.
God.
Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
He'll beat it out.
it's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get
Okay,
hurt.
you can grab. Okay, alright, that makes sense. That's fair.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up,
Oh,
you can breeze
shit!
past platforms like this to reach a lower area.
Mix-ups?
It
Dude,
won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
it probably is a 2-frame.
Also, you can turn around during the move.
Oh, I was wondering if you could
The
turn
swing
around!
takes a while.
Holy
If
moly!
an opponent
Okay,
runs
alright.
behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction.
Oh my god.
Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
Oh my god.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit,
The heavy
any
sword
opponent on the
character.
ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Residual damage.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
If you could move immediately afterwards,
By
it
the
would
way,
be pretty good.
earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of
It's
the
just the
Round
B
Table.
button.
It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack.
Oh
This attack
shit.
is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
Oh my god, you're also Palutena!
It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward.
And your Link!
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful.
I don't get that part. You mean
That said, you can
it's
still
force
cancel
charge?
out of the stance using the shield button.
Oh my god, you can
You can
cancel
also change
it.
direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but
You can be reverse, cancel.
you'll unleash
What?
a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care
You
of
have
using this
Zelda's
move.
Final
For
Smash.
one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out.
Dude!
Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible. Once you've entered the stance,
You edge guard people.
you won't be able to do anything.
You better play
Which
a
means
counter
it's quite a
character
risky
against
attack
them.
to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray.
Yeah, but
It
it'll
is,
be
after all,
off stage.
a long-range move. Letting you
That's
deal
scary as
sudden blow
fuck.
to
That's like
opponents.
getting Bayonetta shot
So
while
be
you're
a
trying to
bit
get back to the
careful when
stage.
using this projectile weapon.
You can cancel it.
Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
Rip everybody.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sophis and launch
Wait, I
them
just noticed the
together.
stage. What the fuck is this? Are we getting 2 stages? This is the church. Does the stage
Now, let's
transform?
talk about the color variation.
We're at the bridge now.
It's set
I'm
up
realizing
so that
what's
the
happening
default
here.
and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the 3rd, 4th,
Oh!
and 5th colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will
Oh,
of course
shit!
understand what I'm referring to.
Oh! Dude, I'm playing the yellow
6th
one.
color is based on Sophis, who you just saw earlier.
And Joey's playing Sophis. We know this
The
already.
7th and 8th variations have a different
C-
hair color,
CC?
which is
C2?
based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
Oh, okay. Well,
Didn't
you
you
know,
see this
spoilers.
variation in the final smash?
The variations are pretty good.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery.
So it changes. I
This
saw
is how
like
Garreg
3
Mach
different
Monastery
spots.
is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in
Oh
one stage.
shit.
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these 4. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these 4 areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this
And
is
we
where
get
a
the
lot of
side
people
characters
come
in
to
the
do their
back.
shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid.
A doo-doo?
Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since
Doo-doo?
it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one.
Spoilers.
There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but
Oh shit.
here you can break them, you see.
Rest in peace, market man.
If you do break them,
My
the
cabbages.
stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Yeah,
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
it's the gatekeeper dude.
You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
Oh shit.
you'll come crashing back down. You've
That's
broken
how they
through
do
the
it.
ceiling and slammed into the building.
Pretty cool.
And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black
And look at her. She was
Take
so
note,
close
it's
as
not
actually
spelled
being in.
Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire, and as such, they embrace
Edelgard.
their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict.
So, Joey, this is your favorite spot of the game
Depending on the
because this
path you
shows
take,
Edelgard
she'll
and
go through
Petra
some
right here.
terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down.
Oh, damage, combos, Mortal Kombat mechanics.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone.
Oh!
There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down.
Smart.
Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Just messing up all the tables.
Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
My spot. Dude, he thought about everyone's feelings here, dude.
The guests are from the Golden Deer.
Hell
Claude,
yeah,
Hilda,
give me
and
some
Lawrence.
Claude, boys.
They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
You know, you grow to like Lawrence as well. At first I didn't like him, but he's actually pretty funny.
Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
Hell yeah, Hilda, dude.
Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached
Throwback.
the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training.
You should look at the Tales games.
As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Pegasus, oh my god, that
You
went
could
so
also say
far.
it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
Yep. I can't lie, the character looks fucking cool. Of course it's gonna have like some disadvantages, but so far
The
like
last area is the cathedral,
on theory it looks
only with
pretty
some
good.
platforms you can pass through. The guests
Now we
appearing
have, like,
in
the church
cathedral
characters.
are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can
Spoilers.
see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yo, that's spoilers.
All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. How is anyone not happy?
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike. with
The
the
normal
DLC
thing,
team
like they're
playing against
even
Fire
aware
Emblem
of it.
protagonists
They made fun
throughout
of it
the
in
ages.
the trailer.
That'll give us
Like
precisely
it's a Fire Emblem
5 players
character,
per side.
too many sword characters,
All right,
etc.
here we go, Joker. Joker! And Hero!
Yo,
Gee,
all the
we really
DLC
made a
characters
lot,
are
huh?
dying.
Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor here. But as expected,
Easy mode.
it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Sakurai's
not gonna
making his
land that
own
easy.
rules at this point.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Yo, he's losing. He's gone.
Panic.
It's over, boys.
I better keep my distance.
Can't believe
I'll use this
she
chance
has
to
an
attack.
arrow that can cancel.
Got him.
And look at that. Do you?
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. He perfect shielded that, huh?
So, okay, so the
Good one.
fair and bears looks like you can parry it
If I do this,
pretty
like
consistently.
this,
It looks,
like
looks
so,
very slow.
No anti-air, huh? There,
What?
the soccer ball connected.
It looks like you can space it to keep it safe and somewhat. They got Palutena's near.
Good, there's Mom.
If I just see near to near, you're set.
You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this Smash Ball.
Oh,
See? They got it. But I mustn't give up.
oh, with that, wait. He just broke his shield with down B! In midair! Dude, the
Another
mix-ups,
Smash Ball.
you're
Yes,
DK.
got it. Now! What are you charging up for? There's still more.
I didn't, oh my god.
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him! I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
The songs! Alright.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
Cool.
I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It
Rest of the
includes the
teammates.
house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sophus is
Legend.
Legend class.
Sophus.
Also, there's a new classic mode route,
Oh, this
Heroic
is-
Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Hey, what? Okay, dude.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Okay. Getting more Mii Fighter, Fire Emblem themed characters. I'm gonna look. He's gonna hurt my heart by showing me. What the fuck? That's what? Wait. What? That means he was considering it? Oh, I get that reference. Mega Man X. Battle Network. These are not even related. They're the whole, he's just like, hey, get this shit out of your head. Deconfirm. Deconfirm. Wait, what? Are you real? What? And the music? That's sick! That's pretty cool. We got Undertale Sans and now we got Cuphead. Damn. January 28th.
はい、今回新
This
しく
time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
That Chi-Chi? Hey, that Richter amiibo looking
The
slick.
color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th. And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The
Yeah,
lineup
Sakurai.
is Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
What's up, Sakurai?
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Rip Byleth.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Oh my god, he's revealing the numbers? Is it another 5? Oh shit! What?
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
What?
It's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite
I don't
that,
care,
you
we're gonna
understand
buy it, Sakurai!
Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
So we're huh? Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be like,
It's a
oh,
new
here's the
fighter
free
costume for
DLC
Mii Sword
character.
Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Cool.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2. It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world.
Yeah?
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
What do you think? We're beating each other up, dude.
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's
Yo,
up for
stop
discussion.
being modest,
So,
dude.
who knows?
Take the
But when
W.
it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
Yeah?
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up,
6 new characters.
but it was decided that there would be more DLC. which means no breaks for me.
思っています。
I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us.
Oh my god.
That's it. Thank you.
Dude, I just thought 3. He doubled the number. Freaking doubled the number. Thanks for watching. Six new dude. Dude, if there's no Tails rep, I don't know what to say anymore. It's gonna be whatever. Dude, the internet's gonna freaking explode. All the Master Chief memes and everything, they're gonna come back. Another year of this shit. Oh my god. Crazy. Damn.